God created good as well as evil, and there are powers that dictate both of them. But God is the Godhead. He knows and runs everything. Now, it's so important for us to understand that when we have initially taken the step to stop listening to God or go outside of His will and start tasting of the things of sin, then we lean to our own understanding. You see that in the Old Testament as well as the New Testament. When we lean to our own understanding, it may feel as though it's a conscious decision that we have made, and it is. We have tasted of God's goodness. That's how we know to turn to the other direction. And we've gone and done the things that we weren't taught or told to do. After we make that initial decision to turn away from God, there is a power that enters into us. We've heard about the man that was driven in the tombs. He was driven because there's a power that was driving him. That power was a power of spirits, evil spirits, that encompassed that man and drove him where he cut himself and cried many nights. When we read in Psalm 81 in its entirety, we hear about the love and sincerity of God and how He wanted to do even more than what they asked Him to do, right? Everyone just wants maybe some gold, some silver, maybe some land, a house. And God said, I will go even further than that and destroy your enemies and be on your right side, and I'll have you protected and have a hedge around you. But the people of Israel decided that God's ways were not their way. And they began to lean to their own understanding. You ever get to a place in your life where you just seem to have everything? And it may not be much in the grand scheme of things, but it's enough that you've asked for, and it's what you've cherished. And it may have taken a mountain of faith in order to get to the position in where you're at right now. But then, as you seem to be at the peak of the mountain, you say, well, there's nowhere higher. So you begin to settle, you begin to relax, you begin to enjoy the comforts of life. And that's just it. Whether you're at the peak of your success or just starting out, your decisions dictate your future. So when you have heard that saying that there is nothing that we could do to stop our blessings, that's absolutely wrong. God's grace and mercy may always be there, but your blessings could be withheld or even taken away. In Psalm 81 in verse 10, God says, I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Open thy mouth wide, and I will fill it. But my people would not hearken to my voice, and Israel would none of me. So I gave them up unto their own heart's lust, and they walked in their own counsels. Oh, that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways. Do you notice something here in this message? Without you opening your mouth, God cannot fill it. There's an action. Until a baby bird goes to its mother and opens its mouth, it will not receive food. And not only does it open its mouth to receive food, but it makes a distinctive sound so that the mothers know that it's time to feed her chicks. We may serve God, and by serving God, it may take nothing to serve God the way that you're serving God. You may wake up, you may read your Bible, you may pray, but then you go on your way, right? But when you are serving God, you have to go to Him, right? And by going to Him, I mean follow Him in faith, serve Him in faith. That the direction in which He wants you to go, you follow. So when you are serving God, you go to Him. Not just in the mornings, not just when it's convenient for you, but when He have asked you. I know you may have plans and you're about to be late, but God knows everything and there's a reason for everything. That job, He gave it to you. That spouse, He gave it to you. Your home and your possessions, as well as the friends, he gave it to you. So what is he asking you to do? All God is asking from you to do is to listen to him.